Hello, and welcome to the Mental Funny Bone, Becoming the Gaster Girls. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Christine. A big part of this podcast is discussing mental health, but please know that we are by no means mental health professionals. There's links to mental health professionals in our show notes. We advise you to use them. As someone who has recently started therapy, I cannot recommend it enough.
Well done. Well done.
I
Yay.
edited it on my own.
I like it. I like editing on the fly. What episode are we on? I just feel like this is worth mentioning. 23? Is this episode
23.
23?
23.
Fantastic. I would also like to mention that we got new internets. So hopefully, I don't know. I don't think we've had many internet's problems lately, but
I can't see up once everything gets recorded. You and
yeah.
I might have a little trouble talking over and stepping on each other a bit. Nobody out there in listener land. Once again, nobody gives a shit.
Amen. Amen.
Speaking of nobody giving a shit, I had dinner with your parents last night
Oh, yes.
because your mom keeps texting and saying stuff like, hey,
Call
it's your
me when you get
mom.
a chance.
In a text, hey, it's your mom. Just want to know what's going on.
How you feeling? Hopefully you had a good weekend. I made
Right.
mommy macaroni salad this weekend.
Oh, how did it turn out? Was it just as good as the original?
It was pretty good. I don't it's like chicken paprikash. It's like Grandma Annie's chicken paprikash. It's just never
It's
going
like
to
a
be the exact same. I actually made it a little too dry, which I feel like is
how?
crazy. It's this little concept of the macaroni absorbs the shit.
Oh, yeah,
It's that
true.
absorption process. So the next day I had to add a little bit of mayo.
I
But
mean,
it was pretty good. It's pretty good. It got Noah's seal of approval, so that was cool.
that is really nice.
Yeah. But you're the one that lives close to mommy and daddy, so you are obligated to do the dinners and shit. Mommy, we're not complaining. We love this. I love that you
Yeah.
text me and ask me to call you. I feel bad that I don't call you as much as I should. So sorry for
And
being a
now
shitty daughter.
Olivia gets to feel bad too.
Awesome. It's
She's like,
fantastic.
is Nunny going to be okay if I don't text her back every time she texts me? And I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
she would like it if you texted her, but she'll also be okay if you don't.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Speaking of your daughter, can you send me your daughter's Venmo thing? Because I'm still trying to send her a fucking birthday present.
Oh, good. No,
And apparently she doesn't want any money.
you can Venmo me and I'll just put it in her account.
See, if that was me, I wouldn't trust it. But
Yeah, but it's fine.
you're a better parent than I am. You don't steal your kids' money all the time.
I just put $500 in her savings account today because
Ooh,
that's usually that's the beginning of the semester money I forgot to put in there. Like it's her money from her 529 account that we didn't have to spend on tuition. So
yeah. I can send you my savings account number.
yeah, that's not going to work. You already went
Oh,
to school,
shit.
covered it last
Damn,
week.
damn it. Damn it. Speaking of finances, our credit card got hacked. It hasn't happened in a while.
What
It
did they buy?
happens.
I'm always fast. Like,
They didn't buy anything because we actually belong to a great bank now, and our credit they stop it. So it's not like when we were at Northwest and we actually used our debit card for everything and they drained our bank account and savings account. So now we belong to Clearview, and we don't use our debit card anywhere. We just use our credit card. But still they have a great fraud process, and they were like, "Yeah, I don't think that you made this charge, so we're going to stop it and we're going to call you." And they called us and we were like, "Yeah, no, that's not ours." However, throughout this process, I went through the credit card to see what we have charged against it automatically. And there is 3 Star Enterprises, and they charge us $25 a month for something. And I feel like I figured this out before what it was, and I kept letting it go, but I can't figure it out again.
is it
Um,
porn?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know of any porn places that are on Campbell's Run Road, but that's the address I get. I can't find out.
Did you go there?
I feel like I figured it out before. This is what's driving me nuts is it's been dinging us for a few months. I swear I figured it out before, or I think I figured it out because I just kept letting it go. I'm not sure. Anybody listening knows what 3 Star Enterprises is and why they charge me $25 a month? If you can let me know, that would be great. I guess I need to just call them or call somebody or just tell the credit card company to stop letting them charge me. And eventually they'll reach out and be like, hey, you're not paying your whatever fee because I can't figure out what I spend $25 a month for.
On the go lap dance fee. I don't know. This is always where my brain goes when there's these unidentified charges.
Yeah, porn. I don't
I
really
don't know
think
why.
it's porn. I don't pay for any porn online. That shit's free. If you want to look at porn, you can find that shit for free. So I'm not really sure who's paying for it. But
Is it
even Noah or okay, no, because Owen doesn't know how to get our card first. Like, well, maybe
okay?
he
All right.
does. Noah, it's not Noah because Noah can't figure out how to do dick online. It's definitely not him. So, and I feel like Owen's of the age that he knows how to find the free porn.
I think that that comes born into them now.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I feel like if he doesn't know how to find the free porn, I need to. Well, I
help
don't want to
him.
tell him, but I feel like someone needs to help him. Dude, you're 15.
You should discuss this with his friends' parents and be like, who's going to tell
Yeah.
them?
Is anybody else have the 3-star enterprises? Is it porn? Are the kids, is that how the kids are getting it these days? I feel like that's not the way it should. Can someone talk to Owen? Can someone
I think
explain to Owen that shit is free?
there's an app for that. I don't know. At dinner, did end up talking to your parents about OnlyFans. Is that what it
Oh,
is?
yeah,
And
that's porn, right? Is that always
mhm,
porn or is it sometimes porn or is it's always porn?
it is. I would guess like 99% porn. I guess you
Do
could
they
go in
do
there
the
and
foot
like
fetishes on there or is that like a feet only site?
no.
Is that a specific foot site? Because that's one I'm really confused
I
by.
think I was trying to explain like how this site worked to your dad,
Is it
and
like
he
Jan
wouldn't.
Hayden explaining to Daddy the hawk to?
Yes. I was like,
Yeah.
Dad, what happens is you're online and then people send you like stuff they would like to see and then you do it. I guess you could have the OnlyFans for a math tutor. Like, I would like to see the math tutor do some algebraic equations. I don't know.
I would like you to start an OnlyFans page as a math tutor and just let me know how it goes. I guarantee there's some nerds out there that can be asking you to take your shirt off. Hey,
My face is all red.
can you do that equation and show me your boobies?
Look at my face.
Your face is super red. Mine is not because I am me.
You're much more used to this kind of crass talk. Yeah, I'm trying to explain it to your dad, and I'm like, you would ask a girl to paint her toenails yellow, and she would. And he was like, wait, is that all she'll do? And I was like, Dad,
Dad, Nunny is here, and
we're,
we remember how we did that game with Nunny, Cards Against the Humanities.
oh my
Remember how we
God.
made Mummy say things? We should never do that
No, we
again.
can't do
So
that
let's spare
anymore.
her. Let's
It's
spare her.
not nice. We're not talking, we're done, Dad. You know what it is. You get it now. Oh
Oh
God.
my. Oh
What,
my.
which sweatshirt are you wearing? Are you wearing my Taurus sweatshirt?
I bet I am. It's going to start turning gray pretty soon because I
So
wear it
comfortable.
all the time. It's my after workout. It's my after workout shirt. Especially now because I have the workout tank on, but it's cold outside.
It is a bit nipply.
So when Macho needs to go outside and relieve himself, I have to put on a sweatshirt.
Ew. To relieve himself.
He's having a tough time with his poops these days because he spent a lot of time outside on Sunday, and we just let him eat the shit out of whatever was on the ground.
Gross.
So
This is
whatever he was
why.
eating caused his poop to turn to like stone.
Oh,
So I got
poor
to cheer him
puppy.
on. We go outside and he squats down and gets himself off his legs. That's how hard he's trying to poop. And
Oh, poor little guy.
he's looking at me with his little eyes, and I'm going, "It's okay, buddy. Just keep pushing."
It'll come out. It always does.
And it does. Sometimes it hangs there. Sometimes you got to help him out a little bit. But moving along, fan mail.
Blech. Fan.
Yeah, Kim D is catching up. She caught up and sent us an email that she's loving the episode. She's all caught up now, so we appreciate it. Also got an email from Rick Z. So thank you, Dr. Rick. Rick wanted to share with us that he's also a doctor and he did 7 years at Penn State. So I appreciate that. I
I feel like
appreciate.
everybody does 7 years at Penn State. That seems like a
mm,
hard one to get out of quickly.
I don't know. Rick, I still feel like I have you beat because I did 7 years at 3 different schools.
I mean,
So yeah. So I guess we're both still doctors. So I guess it doesn't matter. So
Right.
thanks, Dr.
Dr.
Rick. I
Sarah.
appreciate you sharing. And Rick has his own business and he's like super successful. So, oh, there's Macho.
I gotta go now. I've been
Gotta go
holding
up.
it.
I'm
See,
gonna
you're
let it go.
busy.
He does. Oh, yeah. As soon as I get my food ready, he typically does that. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you want to go let him out?
I think I'm gonna have to because right now I'm the only one home. So it's either we listen to that the whole time. I feel like, oh, now he's gonna bark at us. He already pooped, so I don't know. Like I just took him out. That's the thing that'll piss me off. I'll take him out and he'll sniff shit.
He's
All
bored.
right. Can we pause or you can just I
I'm
mean,
just
you
gonna
can
stop.
go ahead and tell a funny story about me while I take him out.
I'm
And
not going
then
to.
oh, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go take the dog out. Or you could talk about our YouTube traffic, whatever. You do what you gotta do. I'm taking the dog out.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I have, are we still recording?
Yeah. I
Okay.
didn't stop it because it's just harder that way.
Okay. I have one more random thing to say. I feel like everybody should go to the YouTubes and watch this just so you can see my 31-year-old beadling soccer hat. It's the pride and
Yes.
joy of my life. And it will never ever get old. And I'm not sure, I don't know why I put that down. Not sure if we told everybody how successful my beadling soccer team was. Did we share that?
I
Just in
mean,
case. Yeah. The, what was it, 78, 79 girls beadling soccer? One of the top 8 most successful beadling teams in their 125-year history. Yeah.
I was captain twice.
Yeah. You were?
I held the record for most goals scored at Elizabeth Forward High School
Until when?
until you broke my record.
Okay. God, I love that stat. I love that stat. It's
It's
one of my
so fun.
favorites. It is. And I only played offense for 1 year. Fucking fantastic.
And when I got to college, they were like, oh no, we're going to move you immediately to defense because you have the touch of an elephant.
Oh, because defense, you need to have a good touch. I played
And
soccer
then
with Owen this weekend.
on the field,
Hmm. Just me and him. We went down to DEW, the middle school turf field. And
oh,
yeah, turns out I don't really know how to play soccer anymore. I'm not really good at it. He was trying to have me serve some balls into him. I have no ability to say the word balls without laughing, but I have zero power. I have zero muscle left. I have nothing. I can't do it. And he was like, Mom, can you just pass it over like one of the kids from the high school team? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. Cause he's 17 and I'm going to guess he's about, I don't know, 160 all muscle and plays
I'm,
soccer 7 days a week and is going to a D1 college. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I can't.
No, not gonna, it's not gonna happen, buddy. Let me throw them to you. Nope. Can't even do that. No,
It's
no.
humbling.
Then we did one on one because I thought I could still defend. I can do that. I fell the first time and he made fun of me and I got up and was like, you still didn't get the ball past me. The
The
second time
second time,
he was coming at me and I was like, dude, we do it this, I pass it to you so you can come at me with speed. That's what you should be doing. And he's okay. And then he blows past me. And he was like, did you ever hear a change of speed bomb? Then we had to do some little activities that I had to sign off for his concussion testing. And it turns out I think I had a concussion.
oh dear.
I was like, I
Oh
can't
dear.
do this. So to jump 180 turns in the what? I have to jump over this line. I have to do burpees. Oh, yeah. So anyway, that's it. Enough
Wow,
soccer talk.
that was very athletic of you. I'm trying to up my yoga game, so I went from
Hmm.
the beginner yoga poses to the intermediate yoga poses.
Ooh.
I'm not ready. Like 30 minutes into it this morning, I was like, I haven't done a single thing except half-assedly attempt every single one of these. She's, oh, it's the go crazy pose. I was like, what is it? She's, take your
Hmm.
left foot, put it on your forehead. And I was like,
Yeah. I feel like that is the definition of go crazy.
what? What? She's like,
Left
yes, and
foot
then
to middle
gracefully
forehead.
arm up to the sky. And I was like, I can't put my arm up to the sky right now because I'm falling.
Are we doing twister?
I was like, left foot, forehead.
This is why yoga is not something that will
Mm.
ever work for me. I don't think it will ever.
I did. There was one I really liked, like the cross-legged chair pose today, which was fun. I
Ooh.
could get myself into that. And it was real stretchy on the big muscle behind your leg,
Ooh,
quad,
that's my favorite.
hamstring,
Yeah, that's it's in your gluteus maximus bifidus regularis.
minimus. My gluteus minimus these days.
Mine's still gluteus maximus. No, I don't really have muscle.
No,
Gluteus
no.
fatius.
Right. Gluteus skinnius.
Cushionius.
All right. Did we talk about how Elaine might have been wrong about spelling the name because we only got a couple of emails from people?
I don't think
I
we
mean, the
should even
rest of
talk
you
about it
guys.
anymore. I don't
All
think,
right.
you know
You
what?
guys know,
We're
you
not
know it.
whatever. Gaster.
Gastergirls.com. No,
Here you go.
fuck.
GASTERGIRLS at
At
gmail.com.
gmail.com.
Gaster
You
girls.
guys know it. If you
There it
don't want to
is.
send any emails to us, it's also fine. Just keep listening and telling everyone else that you like it.
And if you
We're,
have the opportunity to give us a review, like type out a review. Maybe just a
yeah,
quick little, these girls are freaking awesome. Amazing.
yeah.
They're amazing. We love them. Something
Throw
like
a
that.
little 5 star on it somewhere. I don't even know how that works. If
Yeah.
I'm being honest, I
The
don't know
only
where
place
to
I
look for
see
them.
it is on the Apple podcast, and we have 4 star, 5 star
Five-star.
ratings. Yeah, we have bunches of 5 star ratings. That's all we are is 5, which is great. I'll take that. But
Yeah,
maybe I don't know.
right.
Write a note.
Anything. I'm done begging. You guys love us.
Yeah,
We're getting a ton of YouTube traffic, which I don't
I like it.
realize or understand. I think it was probably Rudy's advice last week about putting a cover page on it for
Oh,
a
did
second
you do that?
before.
See, I
I
didn't even know
did.
you did that.
I
Oh, I'm
did.
gonna have to look on YouTube's now.
I'm not sure I did it right.
I'm gonna
Um,
see. I'm logging into the YouTubes. Okay, now where do I go? I don't know. Why does Super Nanny shit come up on the YouTubes? This is
because
our YouTube page.
I might have been watching a lot of Super Nanny videos while I was trying
Why?
to do some editing. I don't know. I always liked it. I
Why?
was like, I'm such a good mom. It's the same
Yeah,
as my
it's
600-pound life and hoarders. I'm like,
I'm killing it. I am fucking killing it. That's what you do. And I'm with you. I'm with you. It's the
right.
same reason I like to people watch in certain places, like Kennywood. I haven't been to Kennywood in years. However, I do remember
Still,
some quality people watching and me going, damn, I got this
I
life
still
thing down.
still feel good about myself from the last time I went to Kennywood 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why
Gaster
you see a lot of Super Nanny
girls.
stuff.
Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. The mental fun. Okay, let's look on there. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know how to find all of our videos. Like, I am the dumbest person when it comes to some of this
Right.
shit, and it makes me so mad.
If anyone is succeeding at this podcasting stuff just by accident, it's 100% us.
So, when you say the start, what did you do? What did you add to it?
I added the logo for a few seconds at
I
the
see it.
beginning.
I see it. It worked, at least on the last episode. I
Yeah, I
guess I
haven't
should
done
go
it on
back
the
and
other
watch
ones.
these.
I don't know
That's
how to do it on the other
fantastic.
ones. Like
That's fine. It's fine.
some
We have to start somewhere.
advanced knowledge. I feel like we have to start somewhere. It's just our finishing point.
That should actually be our logo.
We had to start somewhere.
The mental funny bone. We're starting somewhere every day.
Oh God. So let's talk about what happened this week. So before we get to the out of darkness walk on Saturday, give you guys a quick update on the fleas that Olivia lives with. They've just named all of them now.
I think that's a good idea. Sometimes you just have to accept it. I don't
She's
feel
in
like you should ever accept fleas, really. I don't. I
she's
don't think there's ever a point where naming the fleas is acceptable.
She's in a cottage with the 3 other girls that she likes. Everyone is spread out in there. She's got her own space to be. They exterminated again. They cleaned the carpets with a carpet cleaner this time. They deep cleaned. I haven't looked behind the toilet in that one bathroom, but last time I was there was like a layer of funk in there. I'm like, you in your late teens and early 20s, you will just live anywhere in any conditions.
Do you? Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, but now that I'm done being angry about the fleas and Olivia appears to have settled in, and now I'm talking to the school about how much money we're not paying for housing because it's completely inadequate and like a living in a third world country, complete with blood sucking parasites. Now that we're just in this stage, now I'm just sad that Liv's not here. It's just sad. It's quiet. We came home from Pittsburgh on Sunday, and David had stuff to do outside, but I did all the chores I could possibly do around here, all the chores I could stomach doing. And
Want
that
to
took
do,
about
right.
5 minutes. And then
Hmm.
I was just like, all right,
Okay.
I guess I could I guess I could read, or
I
guess I could.
have one of my coworkers, her son, who is, I believe, 20, around that age. He's decided he wants to be a deckhand on a yacht, and he's going to deckhand training in Croatia. She's had approximately a week and a half to be okay with this. I was like, wow, that's like raising me. That's literally outside of the fact I went to Arizona and not Croatia. But
Croatia.
that's literally, I was like, did he talk to you about it? Because at least he did that. I just wrote my parents a note.
Hey, see you guys in 6 months. I live with Sissy now.
But Croatia, it's beautiful.
I
It is beautiful. However, she's like beside herself with worry. And I feel very bad about it. I was trying to help her do some research and yeah. Anyway,
Oh no, Croatia looks nice. Do you know what it
oh,
borders
it's
on?
beautiful. The Adriatic.
It borders on the
The
Adriatic.
the only bit of geographical, that's the word, geographical knowledge that I have is shit that borders the Adriatic. Or I don't even really know it, but anytime you say, do you know what it borders on? I know it's the fucking Adriatic because of Cheers
Cheers.
and Coach. Uh huh.
Albania
Albania, it borders on
borders
the
on the
Adriatic.
Adriatic. Its main export is wheat.
Yeah, I don't know that. I just know the Adriatic. Yes, Coach. Love
Well,
it.
Sam, you just have to come up with a song.
Yeah. Albania. It's the only place
Uh,
yeah, the Adriatic is the only thing I'm familiar with when it comes to
yeah,
geography. Still couldn't tell you
yeah,
where it is. Like, you could tell me it's in Pennsylvania, and I'd be like, great.
great.
Croatia is beautiful, though.
Yeah,
That's
I
one
mean, it's
thing
got
I've
to be.
learned. Yeah, it's
It's
absolutely gorgeous.
if you swam from Croatia, like
Hmm.
to the west, you would run
Okay.
into Italy. So it's got to be nice
Hmm.
there. Got to be pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty, very pretty. We've decided that should all of this go well, that her son's going to take us out on a yacht
Yeah.
in
I mean,
Croatia.
there's I after we did the little Disney cruise and there were people driving the boats for the tourists, I was like,
Hmm.
I think that would be fun to do
Oh, yeah.
at
If I
some
had,
point.
that's one of those things where I'm like, fuck, I wish I would have known, like, you could do this
Right.
shit. Like, when I was young enough to do that shit. I can't ever see me driving a boat
Oh
anywhere
my
or
God. I can't.
can you
Could
see me
you?
being the guide with all of the life jackets on?
Yeah, it's nice to think about. Oh, yeah, that would have been
Yeah.
so great in my 20s. Can't even imagine. I had enough problems navigating emotionally when I went to graduate school, which was the expected next step. I'm
Yeah.
gonna die. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, no,
Mm.
there was just no way my mental makeup was gonna support a job on a yacht.
Yeah. I just really don't like boats that much, but I feel like there was other options.
Right? There might have been. I don't know. I wasn't gonna take any of them.
Anyway, I'm
Sheep
sorry that you
farmer.
miss I'm sorry that you miss Olivia. That was just my
Yeah,
that was note of
and
right.
she's making grown up decisions and doing it.
I think
I mean,
Owen might actually live with us forever.
it's nice. It would be nice. I would love it. I would love
Which
to
I
have her
could see
back.
the argument between me and Noah already. He needs to get his ass out of this house. And me being like, he has
I
a
don't think he does.
job. He
He just lives
bags
here.
groceries two
Just
days a
lives
week.
here.
He's fine.
2 days a week. Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
He's fine.
All right, Green Day concert. David and I decided to go to the Green Day concert at the last minute. So we got mediocre seats, way, way up. Like, I was closer to being able to jump off the top of PNC Park than I was to anything else. But the
Yeah.
upside of that is you get a great view of the
View.
stage and the city behind it.
I saw the
I
picture that
loved
David
it.
posted. It was great. It was beautiful.
Beautiful, amazing. I loved all of the opening acts because they were all a bit punky and angsty. And sometimes I forget how much I like that kind of music
Yeah.
because I'm a grown up.
Yeah.
And then Rancid plays Ruby Soho.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, there was a day when I did not need to be responsible that I could listen to this shit all day.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
not today, but it was before. And we stayed at the casino, at the Rivers Casino.
Oh, did you? So you stayed in the landing.
We stayed at the landing. Yes, it
How
was
was
nice.
it? It's beautiful.
It was nice. The bar closes at like 9:30.
Yeah, I bet David was really happy about that.
It was Sunday. Like I forgot that we would be there on a Sunday. And then
But you
because
could
I
go to the
had,
casino and get drinks, right?
yeah, except for that it was also Sunday and it was like midnight. It was like after 11 when we got back from the concert. And like we walked around and there were no like just bars where you could get it. I'm like, is there anywhere? I'm
So you
like, there
had
was one
like,
bar.
if you sat down at one of the machines, would they bring you a drink?
I imagine that they would, but it didn't like, I was
At
like, I
that
just
point,
want to buy a beer. Like,
yeah,
here's $6. Like the beers aren't expensive. They're $6. And
yeah.
then you get like a whole half gallon, which is
A whole
another one
half
of my
gallon.
complaints. I don't need a half gallon of any
Right, that's
alcoholic
the thing.
beverage.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it actually controls your drinking though, because at least my experience at the Bruce Springsteen concert, and I'm sorry if my microphone is picking up Macho licking his paws. So I apologize to everyone. Anyway, you get a 2 gallon jug of beer. I can't, and I drink pretty fast. But by the time I get to the end of that, and this is how it controls my drinking, because I'm like, I'm over it by the time I get to the end of it. I'm like, it's warm.
right.
And I don't really want another one because actually drinking the second half of this wasn't even fun.
Charge me like a reasonable amount for a small drink. That way I can
Yeah.
have three of them, have a good time, and not carry around a warm high noon.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want a beer.
Blech.
I don't want to get bloated. Yeah. And then anyway, so great concert. Loved it. Got back to the casino and then we had another beer. And then I was like, there's going to be a buffet, right? Like for some reason, my little brain that had done one shot of tequila at 7:15 thought that we were in Vegas. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you know what I could go for? Any food, any kind of food. Do we have
Yeah.
food here? Is there food? And there's not. There's you can go to Starbucks and that's it.
Ugh, that's no
I was
fun.
like, there's all kinds of restaurants and so nobody wants to sell me like a egg roll at
Nobody
midnight.
wants to do the late night. I don't get it.
And then I was
Nope.
like, I'm gonna DoorDash something. And David's, we're going to sleep.
I would have been with you. I would have been You could have door dashed a good ass gyro, I bet.
Something, cat on a stick from some vendor downtown.
Yum yum. Yum.
But there were no midnight snacks at the casino. And I was like, I don't know who can gambles here. Probably people
Yeah.
that aren't hungry.
Skinny people. And I've been there and I don't think that's the case. No.
Or I was just having too much fun at the concert and couldn't navigate my way to the food in the casino. But I was with David. And if David needs something, he'll just grab someone. Hey, bud.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna find it. He will
Right.
find
Hey,
it.
bud, where do we get some food? And the guy he called Bud was like, because he's menacing.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
a large guy.
being 6'4" and like
Yeah.
220 pounds, you just scare people.
Yeah. You do. Yeah, it's legit. It is legit. Let me ask you a question about the casino. Is there still a smoking section in the casino, which is actually smells up the whole casino? So it doesn't, I don't understand the point of a smoking section. It's
But
like
it was all
smoking sections in
smoking.
the restaurant. But I swear that they changed it to like a smoking section, which I did not understand. And I think back to the smoking sections in the restaurants. Do you remember
Right.
that? To
Oh,
like to be
yeah. Yes,
seated
I
in
do.
smoking, non-smoking. What the fuck is honestly, are you really stopping the cigarette smoke from going to the table next to
Right.
you that's in the non-smoking side? Like I don't I now like I it made sense to me back then, but now that everything's non-smoking, it doesn't
Right.
make
None of
any
this makes any sense.
sense to me
No,
at
I still
all.
had to take a shower when I got back up to the room because I was
Yeah,
like, no, my hair
because you
smells like smoke.
smelled like a legit cigarette butt.
Also, I had those tiny little butterfly clips in my hair because it
Oh
was a 90s
God.
concert.
Wow. I was gonna say why? But okay. Okay, you did it.
It was cute. I had little buns back here, little buns, little
Oh,
butterfly clips in them.
that's so thoughtful and cute.
The one old lady that was behind me in line in the bathroom said, "Oh, I love your butterfly clips." And I was like, thank you. I need to schedule a Botox appointment. That's what
Where
that
did that
reminded me
come
of.
from? Oh,
because
okay.
everybody looked like they were old at the concert. And I was like,
Yeah.
except for Billy Joe Armstrong, the lead singer of Green Day. He looks very smooth. And that was
Because
really the thing.
he's,
I was like,
because he gets the Botox.
I'm going to schedule just a quick teeny Botox appointment, just a little smidge
Yeah.
of the Botox.
He gets the Botox for sure. Aaron and I went to a concert. We went
I
to
saw you were
see
with
James Vincent
Vince
Wiley.
James Vincent. Yeah.
James Vincent Wiley, the front man of Van. I think that's the name of it. There's another part of it, and I should have looked it up so I could make a good plug. But yeah, he's in a Van Morrison cover band.
Stop it. I love
And it
it.
was believable. It was so much fun. It was a blast. And he was absolutely 100% born to be an entertainer. That's just what he should
I
be.
mean,
He did a great job. The singing was phenomenal. Everything was great. It was a blast. Ran into some old high school friends, which was always awesome. And yeah, got some milkshakes at the end of the night. Aaron ended up
oh my
sleeping
God.
over.
Aw.
It was a good time. It was a very
Aw.
good time. Very good time.
All right. I am just checking my calendar real quick. Okay. All right. Phew. For some reason, I thought I only had a half an hour left, but I don't. I have two
Oh,
half
okay.
hours. So let's talk about the AFSP Out of the Darkness Walk on
Okay.
Saturday.
Yeah.
This is the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. I will get
When
it.
it, I will
It
remember
will
it one
run
day.
off the tongue. So uh, every region has its own walk. The Out of the Darkness walk is this Saturday. It starts at registration starts at 9. The walk starts at 10:30. It's at Highmark Stadium, which is where the Riverhounds soccer team plays. So I'll be there. I think I'm not going to volunteer for them or tell them that they have to go, but I think Jackie and Ed are going. So if anybody wants to come and hang out with me, Sarah can't go because she's very busy being a mom.
I talked to Noah this morning, and Owen has is still dealing with a concussion. I don't think he really has a concussion anymore, but
Of course.
he now has a hip flexor injury.
Oh, geez.
So we're going to see tonight at a soccer game if he can play. And if he's not going to play on Saturday, then we're probably going to come to the walk. So it'll be
Oh,
a last minute
nice.
decision for us. I figure we can register, like,
You
I
can
don't know.
register there. On site
We'll
registration
know.
starts at 9 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. So we will be there if Owen's not going to play.
Nice, nice. Which reminds me that we have a couple of discussions this week and next week about doing more interviews for Bare Bones Banter. So that's pretty exciting. Looking forward to all of that. And we're actually going to see if we can schedule an interview with the local representative for the AFSP.
Yeah, which is really cool.
That will be really fun. Anything else that we need to catch everybody else up on? Jeannie and Maggie and I got together on Friday.
Oh, fun.
Shout out. What's up, girls? Let's get on that sleep apnea. That's what we're talking about these days. Sleep apnea.
Oh, and CPAP machines and shit.
Some of it is so bad you have to have a BiPAP. Sucks the air in and out.
Oh, I was thinking, like, is that like a, what
Two
is it?
paps.
The shoulder cuff,
I know.
like BiPAP. You didn't know if you needed a bypass or a BiPAP.
I know. It's just two paps. Pap in, pap out.
Rotator cuff. That's what it is. Rotator cuff.
Cup.
Somebody said something about it this weekend. Shit, I forget. Someone's having rotator cuff surgery. I think, my friend Shannon, her husband. And I said, ooh, is he having surgery on the cup or the cuff? And she went, what? And I was like,
What?
yeah, I don't know what it is. So
I
I
don't
just
know what
call
it
it
is
the
either.
cuff. She was like, I think it's the cup. But now that you say that, it might be a cuff. And I was like, yep, I don't know.
Nobody
And
knows.
I was like, I think that I've looked it up and it's like the UK. I just don't care enough to figure it out. So it's just
Right.
going to be a U cup or U cup. It's just going to be the cup.
Like, where is the Adriatic? Nobody knows.
But I
Somewhere by
know
Italy.
it's on the border.
It's off of Albania. That's what we know.
Here we
Come here.
go.
Now we're a geography podcast.
Yes, yes.
Welcome to Geography
Albania.
World. We are not geography professionals. We
Yes.
simply.
Yeah, and I was saying something to my coworker about that. About I was like, it's not like he's just going to like a bordering state, and I had to say bordering state because I couldn't think of anything. If she lives in Washington, the state of, and I couldn't think of any state that bordered Washington.
Idaho.
I think that's exactly what she said. And I was like, I never would have guessed it.
It's all the borders hit Idaho and Oregon.
Yeah, I don't. I'd have to look at a map because I don't know.
It borders on the Adriatic.
Yeah, that's
All
what I
right, let's move
think.
on.
Okay.
Growing up, Gaster, story of the week. What is your earliest memory? I don't mean to put you on the spot. This has been in the notes for
Yeah.
hours. Do you want to hear
I
mine
just
first?
started looking at the notes because I've been doing shit. Yeah, go ahead. Give me yours and I'll try to think.
So, when Nita and Jumbo first got married, they lived in a little apartment in California, PA. And then, when they had two nickels to rub together, they bought a house in Ritchieville, PA. So, those of you who are familiar with the area, as you're driving towards Washington, there's a garden center. Next to the garden center is a tiny little blue house. It was the smallest thing ever. I think my apartment in Arizona when I first moved there was 450 square feet of luxury. This might have been 750 square feet altogether, upstairs, downstairs, and basement. It was very
I feel like
small.
uh, I don't know. I feel like it looks bigger than that. It, yeah.
It wasn't. There was a small living room, and there was a dining room and a kitchen, and then you would walk upstairs and there were two bedrooms and a bathroom, I think. I don't We moved when I was 5, so I don't have a
Yeah.
whole ton of memories, but I remember the stairs. Plus I couldn't see very well when we lived there cuz one of my eyes was real lazy and just hung out right by my nose.
Yeah. Yeah. Good
So,
eye.
just walking into things. There's no depth perception there at all.
Seems real small in here. I keep walking into the walls.
Oh, I am like the photographer, and Nita would have the photographer come in to take my picture, and we'd be like, look over here. And I was like, I am.
So that's your earliest memory?
No, my earliest, so outside of there, they had a little porch and a little yard. And I remember being really young, like, and picking dandelions in the springtime. That's what I remember. And sitting on the back porch of this tiny little house in Ritchieville and blowing on the dandelion and making
Oh,
the
yeah.
stuff go all over the place. And I remember Nita looking very tired because
She was
I
dealing with
imagine
you.
I was a I was probably a handful. I
And
mean,
so was Daddy. Daddy's still a handful. She wasn't used to it yet. She wasn't used to dealing with Daddy all the time.
right. She didn't get a callus on that quite
She
yet.
was, yeah, she was adjusting to being the wife of Jumbo Gaster and being a mom. It's a lot. It's a lot of Yeah.
God,
I
anyway.
love a
And I
good
don't imagine
dandelion.
that I can't remember. I don't know. And I haven't asked her, so I'm sure she'll listen and correct. But I don't imagine that anybody was like stopping by to help her. I don't
No, who
think
was
either of my
stopping by to help?
grandmas would have
No,
been really hands on.
no, absolutely not. Not
Poor
like when
Nita.
we had babies. We were like,
Hey, someone's got to watch this kid before I kill it.
yeah. Owen was telling a story about Nani this past weekend, and he was like, yeah, my Nani would come up anytime, all the time. She would just drive
Right?
up. If I was sick, she was there.
Oh, oh,
And I was like, yes,
none.
she was. Yeah, she's the best Nani. So
She is the best nanny. All right, what's yours? You've had time to think.
I don't know if this is the early. I feel like I should know something earlier than this. Like I should remember something earlier than this, but I can't. I'm latching onto one memory, and that's about it. And of course, it's a doozy. Peeing my pants at the Presbyterian preschool.
Say it again. How many P's?
Peeing my pants at the Presbyterian preschool.
Everyone listening with headphones just threw them across the room.
Puh.
Pepper.
Yeah, that's what I remember. Like that, the Presbyterian preschool was like one of the first
Right.
things I feel like I can remember. I hated it. I just hated being away from mommy. I just hated leaving me.
You're
I
such
just
a
cried. I was
baby.
just such a baby about it. And then I peed my
Wait, where was
pants
it? Was it in like
in
the
downtown
Presbyterian?
Elizabeth, right across
Was
from
it?
the post office, right by
Aw.
Barton's. Yeah,
Who was your
yeah.
teacher? Miss Susan?
Shit. I don't remember. I remember I didn't want to go there and I peed my pants. And it's another one of those smell things. I feel like I could smell it. Not that it was a bad smell, but
It's your
just
own
it just
pee.
had a very distinct smell.
Oh
I
my
think I tried to
gosh.
hide the fact that I peed my pants too, and
Yeah, obviously you
it's
would.
not an easy feat.
Why are you wet? I'm not wet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Why do you smell like urine? I don't
Oh
smell
shit.
anything.
Yeah. I'm so not sure that's my earliest. That's just what I'm thinking now, but I figured a good pee story is always a way to go.
A good pee story.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, heaven's sake. All right, so let's talk a little mental health while we have a couple of minutes. I go to therapy now every week. And this week, I thought what I would do is write down some things that I want to talk about in therapy and take it in a notebook with me to therapy.
Yeah, sometimes we forget. We forget things we want to talk about, so we should write them down.
And it was very nice because she's like, "Oh, what's on your list?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm a bad mom." And she's, "Okay, no, you're not."
Yeah.
She's, first
Yeah.
off, bad moms don't think that they're bad moms. So
Yeah, it goes back to that.
you're probably all right.
Yeah.
So we talked about that. Yeah, I can't even remember what was on the list because that was a week ago. So I do remember she was like, "How about you do this?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that also seems like very sound advice. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, probably not going to happen.
We're going to have this same exact conversation probably 12 times. And then maybe I'll do what you think I should do." And in the meantime, let me introduce you to my box collection.
All sealed up nice and neat. No need to unpack any of them. They are
She's
all
like,
nice and uniformed in there. No need to even open the fucking closet.
she said something, and I was like, "Oh, funny, because that box is right here,
Here it is.
still sealed.
Yeah.
We'll get there later." She was like, "You're coming back next week, right?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I am.
Okay, fine.
Yes, I am."
I'm
It's
glad.
nice. It's nice. I like it. I didn't realize, like, the other couple of times I have tried going to therapy, that the relationship with the therapist, a good one would be apparent right away. I thought, "Oh, I'll let this obvious thing that isn't working right now continue to not work." Yeah, it's remarkable to me the difference between the past times and this time.
Fucking dog. Fucking dog.
But
Yeah, my experience, yeah, it's pretty obvious. I've had a couple that I didn't really jive with, but I did the same thing. I was like, all right, well, maybe it's just maybe I just need to give it a little bit of time. But no, it typically I think that, so if my therapist ever breaks up with me, I will know going forward. Oh, a boring way.
and me too.
Okay. Anyway,
Wow, way
but
to get that
I
out.
I will know going forward that I don't if yeah, it's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. You know that your therapist that you're going to jive with them. So if your first session you're not feeling too great, odds are the sessions after aren't going to be too great, and you should probably not waste your time. That is my humble opinion.
Yes, I would concur. And now that I've done it once and seen how straightforward it is to get a therapist.
Yeah.
I literally took our advice and just looked on the links, and I was like, let me just, this one looks like it has a lot of people in it. I'll just call them. Oh, they take my insurance. Oh, great. And while we're talking about therapists, I have a friend, and the friend and I were talking, and she was like, "Oh, I want to go to this particular therapist, but hold on, I'm going to cough. But they don't take, I want to go to this particular therapist, but they don't take our insurance." I'm like, "Make an appointment." He can't have to go outside again.
No, he doesn't. He is a motherfucker right now. He is. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to unplug the damn doorbell. That's what I'm doing. Ha. Try to ring it now. Look, can you ring it now? I have it. I have it. Can't ring it.
You're very clever. Way to deal with the problem. Yeah. So I was like, don't worry about how much the therapist costs, because when we found one that we liked for Olivia and my insurance changed every 3 months, I just paid them. And it was anywhere from $50 to $100 a session, which really isn't that different from your insurance copay.
Nope.
If you find somebody that you like, they will work with you to make sure that they get paid and you get what you need. And if you're paying for it by yourself, maybe you just cut back on the amount of times you go.
Yeah. Or get your eyelashes removed.
Right.
Evaluate
Or
your
cut.
budget.
But don't let, "Oh, they don't take my insurance," be a barrier to finding
No.
somebody that is convenient and
No.
you like.
And odds are, like, if it's that big of a deal, then you got to keep looking. And I feel like we're all very good at just throwing out excuses as to why it's hard to get into therapy. So we should all stop doing that.
Excuses abound.
Ah,
Speaking of excuses, the yoga habit is coming along.
excuse me.
I can't believe you don't burp more on this podcast.
I know that might be one of I think I've only done it a couple times.
Right.
That's
I,
weird.
I'm just
Okay.
noticing it now.
Yeah.
Yes, I have an app called Down Dog, and Down Dog is awesome. You can set your level. I tried to bump it up to intermediate. Probably not ready for that yet.
So are you doing that more than going to the yoga studio now?
I'm doing both. On Tuesdays,
Okay.
I really like to go to the studio because I find it hard to get my whole house to be 104 degrees, but they don't have any problems doing that at the hot yoga studio. So I get
Got
over
it.
there and get a
Yeah.
sweat on. I also like going there a couple of days a week to do kettlebell classes so that maybe I start building up some muscles again
Yeah.
instead of just being bendy. But I do find that it is like this morning I got up, did a half an hour of yoga until I figured out I'm not intermediate, and then came in and started working. So it's a little bit more convenient. Again, getting back to that atomic habit of making it easy.
Yeah.
And Down Dog will travel with me. And it doesn't have to be Down Dog, whatever you can do on your phone, that will
Yeah.
travel with me. So when I'm out of town all of the rest of this month, starting on Sunday, we'll be able to maintain and keep up.
What it's all about.
Yeah. And I can report that your atomic habit of working out every day seems to be working out better for you than it is for me.
No, you're getting there. But yeah, I work out consistently. There's typically one day a week that I give myself off. And yeah, that's what it's literally just turned into. Oh, my alarm went off. Okay, I got to get up and get on the treadmill. Like it's just what's happening now. And
Hey,
we
you know what
like
they call that?
a habit,
A habit.
right? So I'm in the habit. I got it. You scared the shit out of me. I was like, holy fuck, what? Okay. So, yes, I'm in the habit. And we recently canceled the cleaning ladies. So, we've got to get this family into some atomic habits. So,
Nice.
I put together a little folder for the month of September. And every day it has a list of things that need to be done. And we share that list. Some things Owen does specifically every day, Noah does specifically every day, and then I do the rest of it every day. But we've been doing that for a week now. And I think it's going to help us that I'm not going to be overwhelmed having to clean the whole entire house during the weekend. So, like
Oh my gosh.
yesterday, Tuesdays is kitchen dining room days. So I clean the kitchen and the dining room. Now, every day, the sinks, the counters, all
Right.
of that shit gets wiped down. The floor in the kitchen and the dining room get swept up. So there's certain things that happen every day, and then monthly we do the big things that you don't have time to do weekly, and don't really need to be done weekly. But so
Right.
we have a whole schedule put
Oh my
together that we have
gosh.
to check.
You and I are such sisters because if you will notice on our spreadsheet, I am going to talk about AM checklist and PM checklist.
Yeah, yeah.
So these are tasks that need to be done every day around here that I often forget about
Hmm.
because they're just so mundane, right?
Yeah.
So I have a list of AM things and a list of PM things. And before I go to bed, I'll just knock out the PM checklist. And it's really satisfying because it's a to do list on my phone. And when
Yeah,
you click it, it makes a little like shake in your hand and makes a ding noise.
it's awesome. I just like
So it
it
goes,
having that shit to check off.
right.
Yeah.
But
Went through it.
it feels good in your hand. I'm like, ding,
Yeah.
yeah. And I wrote in here that's like the last little bit of the atomic habits that you have to set up some kind of reward for what you're doing to make it satisfying. So for
Yeah.
me, the simple brained creature that I am, I just like having a fully cleaned checklist.
Yeah. It's good. Now I just have to work on having Owen go to that folder every night before he goes to bed because his sink and counter in his bathroom has not been getting wiped down. So today I wrote a note for him in Expo marker. What is that? Dry erase marker on his bathroom mirror that says wipe down counter and sink every night,
There you go.
or I'm going to take your phone away.
Oh, yeah, that's motivating. That's motivating.
So I'm
There you go.
trying to, and I tried to explain to him because he's worried about his ADD and stuff. And we're going to have a talk with the doctor about it when we go. But I explained to him that one thing that we can do to help us cope is checklists. Like it's very helpful because we don't
Yes.
that stops us from getting distracted, because I feel like he does have that issue. And I know I have that issue. And I don't even
Right.
think it's ADHD with me. It's just I have a lot of fucking shit going on. He doesn't have so much. Like I'm telling him what to do 90% of
Right.
the time. But yes, this
Ah,
he's got I'm helping him get into habits as well.
I love it. What little sister brains we have. I'm so excited. I have like little goosebumpy chills that we got to the same place of
Good that we're
why
so
don't we just
smart.
put this in a checklist and that way we know
Right.
what we're supposed to be doing.
Right. And in our phones, like I love that for you. And that's the other thing I think is really important to mention here is that the same shit doesn't work for everybody.
Oh yeah.
Um, because the phone actually in this case doesn't work for me or for Owen, because we've tried this with Owen. We've tried checklists on the phone and he just doesn't give a fuck about them. Like he'll get reminders and be like, oh, okay. And I do the same thing. In fact, I got to take my meds because I had my medicine reminder and I ignored it. Anyway, yeah, there's certain things that just don't work. So for us and for me, and we'll see about how Owen picks things up and we'll find what works for him. But for me, I need it needs to be a physical thing in front of me that's not just the phone, because I can look at the phone and that little reminder will go away and it's gone for me. Whereas our little folder out on the kitchen table is a nice bright red folder and it's there all the time, and I'm constantly like the setup of the house, so
Right.
I'm constantly looking at that table.
You're right. You're right. Not the same things work for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the checklist because I don't have to worry about like where did I put the folder?
Hmm.
Like I think that is
Yeah.
100% an ADD thing. Like once I close the folder, I can't remember why I made a checklist or where it is. And all
Yeah.
I have on my like is a reminder, like at 7 o'clock in the morning checklist. I'm like, oh, I got to look at my checklist.
Right.
And as long as I do it then, that's the thing. Like I'm not doing anything
Yeah.
else from 7 to 8. I'm not doing anything else from 8 to 9 at night. Like
Yeah.
these are the checklist times.
And
But
we
yeah, I
just
think
have too
that's so
much
funny.
because I'm in my morning habit with working out and shit.
Right.
And then at night, and as we go through it, like we're adjusting it as we need to. Noah was like,
Yeah.
okay, Fridays and Saturdays are a little bit rough because we're getting drunk, whatever. So we have to adjust some things. And now that we're in full swing with soccer season and we're about to start some other soccer stuff here coming up a little later in the fall, and Owen has two deck hockey teams he's playing for. There's a lot of shit we have going on. So we're going to have to adjust, and we're also going to have to give ourselves some grace that sometimes
Yeah.
4 out of the 5 days that we're doing things is
Right.
going to have to suffice. Yeah.
Progress, not perfection.
So we've got to make sure that we give ourselves grace. And by grace, I don't mean saying,
I'm
oh,
not going
it's
to do
okay.
it.
It didn't get done. So I'm just not going to do it. By grace,
Yep.
it's okay that it's not perfect. It's okay that we didn't get
Right.
everything done all 7 days, but we
Right.
got the majority of it done. And we're getting into the habit of just looking at that folder and making sure that we've we're acknowledging it and transferring that to Owen, because that's the important part, is that we haven't done that with him. We don't really he's according to Noah, he's like the most spoiled kid ever. Yeah, he's spoiled. Like we don't really make him clean his room. We don't really make him. I opened his closet the other day and figured out that's why we can't find any of his clothes, because he just throws them all in there on the floor. There's literally nothing on the hangers anymore. There's just shit. There's just a large stack of shit in his closet.
He's
And yeah, and this is where we go back to. I remember mommy needed the basket back, so I just dumped the shit out on the floor and gave her the basket back.
here we go.
Or I that basket would sit on those steps for days. I would actually walk down, get shit out of the basket, and then walk back upstairs
Right.
instead of just grabbing the full basket and dumping it. There's a plethora of dumb shit that my kid is now doing that I used to do, that I accept because I did it and I don't think I turned out that bad. Right? Maybe not, but that's what I tell Noah all the time. I was like, that's exactly what I did.
Right.
But listen, I'm fine.
No.
I'm
I
fine.
mean, I think
I'm a doctor. I'm great.
and that's the like the point of all of this is to be able to pass that on. Be like, "Hey, yeah, this shit is hard. Nobody likes to do
Yeah.
it. Here's how we make it a little bit easier. Here's
Yeah.
how we can help you make this a little bit easier." I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think as we keep going on these habits of making sure that the place I live is organized and neat is important to me. And I didn't realize how important until it was organized and neat for a few days in a row. It's not chaos at the door, it's not chaos in the kitchen. Like every
Right.
flat surface doesn't have 16 things on it because that's part of my AM PM checklist. I'm like, just clean the counters off, just put that stuff where it goes. Don't let shit accumulate on the bench as you walk in. Like, just be neat and more organized. And that's the like, oh, I will mention the Atomic Habits. There's an app
Oh
that goes
yeah,
with
I
it.
forgot you told me about it and I didn't look at it. I need to do that.
No, it's nice because it kind of baby steps you through everything we've been talking about. And what it does is makes you line up a value with a habit. Like, why do you want to, like, and it'll only let you do like one habit at a time because I tried to
That's
do
what I'm
50
looking
of
up
them.
now. I'm not ignoring you. I'm
I
not
understand.
ignoring you. I'm looking up the app. Okay, go ahead.
It'll only let you do one at a time. And then it just gives you like little quotes from the book every day. So
I like
until you
this.
like
I
get a
like
whole
this.
series of doing the one habit, then it won't let you add another one.
I love that. I feel like that's super important because I try to do all this shit at once.
Right.
I
All the
can't do any
things.
I can't do anything.
Right. I'm an
I'm the
idiot.
worst. Right.
Right.
Do
Then we
these
have a lot of,
7,000 things on my list at once. Fuck it. I'm
right.
not going to do any of them. Right.
Exactly. But I set up one that says, hey, here's your PM checklist. And it makes you like identify a value that goes with that, which I think we
Ooh,
keep talking about that being like the thing that'll make it stick. And I'm like, yeah, I do want to do my PM checklist, not because I want to do my PM checklist and not because I do want to click off everything on that checklist and have the phone vibrate a little in my hand. I like that. But at the end of the day, I want to have a neat and organized house so I don't feel so nuts
right. I
when
was
I'm
just going
walking
to
through
say,
it.
and I feel like that kind of builds, it builds all. I want to have a neat and organized house, but why do you want to have a neat and organized house? Because it makes me feel better. Because
Right.
I feel like I'm calmer. I'm not
Right.
losing my mind. There's a lot of things that go
Like
along
my
with it.
my
Yeah, I was just
brain
gonna
is a
say
really busy place.
there's a lot.
And
It's definitely not on quiet. Nope.
like my brain is busy, so the more even keeled everything else can be, the better off I feel.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, the name of the app is Atoms. Tiny
Atoms.
changes, remarkable results. Press and
Right.
hold to get started. Oh, I gotta hold it. Jesus, why
Oh,
can't I
wait till you
sit?
wait. Well, hold it because it does a
I'm
little
holding
shake,
it. Oh my. Mine
right?
did not shake. No,
Keep holding it.
I have all my sounds turned
Oh,
off. Like
no,
everything.
there's it just it's nice.
I
Anyway,
have the
the I think
haptics, like all that shit is turned
oh
off. I
no, I love
can't.
it. I love a haptic.
I
Um,
have adverse reactions to the noises the cell phones make.
the Atoms app I think is free for a period of time, and then you have to pay for it. So they're probably just getting me hooked on it right now, crack, and then I'll start dishing out like I don't know $40 a month for it.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm going to
No,
create
I'm
my
sure it's
first habit.
not very expensive at all. All right, I think that is all we need to do here.
Okay.
I'm going to let you create your first habit. So I think with the introduction of the Atoms app, I think we have given you guys enough motivation, and I have proven to myself that atomic habits are possible. They're not
Yes.
easy, they're
No.
simple, but they're not easy. And I think this is a great way to identify what you want your life to look like and baby step towards it.
My brain was just trying to process like another, what's it, like tagline? What is it? With logo.
Right.
So simple, not easy. And my brain said, simple, not easy like your mom.
Or like your mom.
Dear God. Oh,
Simple
shit.
and easy, like your mom.
Ah, easy. Yeah, that's perfect. There you go. Mom jokes. Sometimes more acceptable than dick jokes, especially on a t-shirt. I don't
I
know.
love a potato. Anyway,
Oh,
so
speaking of t-shirts, one more funny thing. Kim D, she went out to dinner. She told me this story this weekend. They went out to dinner with her daughter and her boyfriend, and her daughter and her boyfriend showed up at the restaurant. Texas Roadhouse, is that what it's called?
yeah,
And so it's joints jumping. And Anna walks in. Her t-shirt just simply says, fuck around and find out. Kim was like, really? She looked at her and was like, what? I got a ton of compliments on this.
this is a great shirt.
Yeah. And maybe one day, I don't know, throw it in the notes for next week. We'll tell you about the shirt my sister bought me in Mexico.
Best t-shirt ever.
It legit is. I'm very mad that I still do not have it in my possession.
All right, you guys. So now that we finished up Atomic Habits, it's time for us to say adios to season 2 and move us right along to season 3, right? What are we doing? What are we
In the
doing?
best way possible.
So we have another book assignment for you, and we've talked about it a bunch, and we've made you listen to that podcast a bunch. We are going to be diving into meditation next week. So we'll
I'm
see
scared.
how
My hands are sweating. Like it
we'll
literally
see
just the
how that
mention of meditation
goes.
makes my fucking hands sweat.
Sure, we can squeeze that in. We'll create ourselves a little atomic habit to meditate. So we're getting into 10% happier with Dan Harris, who is I think one of the most pure human beings on the planet.
I just
I
want to
can't
fold him
wait.
up and put him in my pocket and carry him around with me everywhere.
Honestly, I can't wait to talk
Love
about
him.
him every week.
Yeah. Super excited.
All right, you guys, thank you. Sissy, I love you, and
Love
I'll see
you.
you soon.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.